Oh boy. Last read for the day. What up, y'all? It's your man ES the Herman Star back again with another video, and I'm here to do the general read for the sign of Pisces. So if you have Pisces in your chart, sun, moon, or horizon, this is for you. I love y'all, Pisces. You're spicy fishes, but yeah, my allergies allergying. But the show must go on. All right, so we here now. I'm here to do your general read, new month reading, for the month of May. Take it however it resonates. And yeah, if you would like a personal read, you are able to book that with me by sending me an email. You can find my email in the description box below. Just know that there are scammers in this community, unfortunately. So if there's anyone reaching out to you pretending to be me, it is not me. I will not reach out to you. You reach out to me. All right? All right. We start off with the moon card here. The moon symbolizes an unknowing. Simple as that. Not everything is being revealed here. As far as maybe what's in it for May for you, maybe like a next step of some sort. From what I do see here, if you want to keep the ball rolling as far as just what you desire to do or just your life in general, there needs to be a balance in your life where balance is lacking. That's as simple as I can put it. Wherever there is an imbalance in your life, create balance. And when I say wherever there's an imbalance, it could be you're giving too much attention to something and too little attention to something, and you need to have a balance. Not to say you shouldn't pay attention to, or you shouldn't whatever give your time and energy to something. It's saying what I'm saying is simply take some of that excessive attention you're giving to whatever, and again balance out it to something else. It could simply just be action of, or a balance of activity and inactivity. Maybe you're doing too much and you need to balance that action, not to not do anything at all, but balance that with having a healthy sense of being restfulness as well. Because I do see from what I see with the rest of your cards, and I'll pick up the other ones, but it does seem like you're headed somewhere and you want to head somewhere. It is relative from what I'm seeing. Again, it's relative to maybe a goal you have, or maybe like a goal you have or a dream that you have that you're not necessarily putting much energy into, if we're really being honest here. All right, I'll get into why I'm saying that. You have the Temperance in reverse here. This is, like I said, this is excessive, this is desperation, this is imbalance. And this is someone who could be very much impulsive too, and you need to get that in check. I think that a lot of what has been distracting you has been taking up too much of your time. Too much of your energy. And you may feel as though that, there are times where you're not going anywhere with your goal, your dream. And it's only because you're allowing your intrusive thoughts, maybe you're allowing just impulses, let me say that, more so than intrusive thoughts, but you're allowing impulses to take over the time and energy that could be spent on whatever this thing that you desire to do in life. And if you to simply just get that in check, or simply again have a balance of, because this is balance here, this is like also doing things in moderation when the temperance is upright, so whatever it could be, something, I'm gonna just use this example. Like, you could be someone, I'm using an example because it's my example, right? But I got this in check. I never really had this problem out of check, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna just paint this as an example, right? I love going to the movies. I love it. If I could if one of the things I used to do, uh, at the end of the week for rewarding myself for, the hard work I did for, from Monday through Friday, I used to go to the movies. Well, there's not a lot of movies I like to watch, so again, that never really was an issue to me. At some point I was going to the movies. I was like that movie buff that was going to the movies because I simply just wanted to watch something. But then it was like, why am I wasting time watching shit I don't even like? So let me just go to the movies when there's something out that I like. And then I clearly got that, I guess, little issue in check. But, you might be someone that likes to treat yourself in whatever way, fashion, or form, whether that is going to the movies at the end of the week or at the end of your work week, right? Buying something, right? Ordering food or whatever the case is. You might like to do that thing, right? It's more so of an activity, I say, more so than it is. Going to the movies is an activity, but I feel as though this is an activity that takes away from, the more work you could be doing towards something that you love to do. Let's just say you are someone who likes to. I'm gonna just use another example. Why do I always think of examples when I have plenty of examples for myself? Whether they fit you or not, just take whatever I say and reverse it with what fits you. All right. If you're someone who is a writer like myself, yeah, that's work, but it brings you joy. All right. But you also have another thing that brings you joy that doesn't feel like work. But that takes away time from your writing. That takes away time from whatever that activity that you do that brings you joy. What the temperance in its righteous energy says is discover a balance of rewarding yourself with that outside activity that is outside of obviously your main job or all outside of your passion of yours, but also knowing that you need to have that balance to be able to put in the work if you truly desire this thing, right? So an example with me, again, I would have to put my love of movies or even video gaming, put that to the side so I can get some writing done. It just seems like that's one of the ways for you, Pisces, to get this ball rolling. Now, the ball is rolling, I would say, regardless. I feel like you may feel like, again, with the moon card, you're lost and you don't know what's next. But I honestly feel as though the universe, for whatever reasons, Pisces, you know what I'm saying? Because you deserve it. Let me just say that. I feel like the universe is still blessing you. You have the Chariot here. The universe is still blessing you, but if you really want to receive that blessing faster, if you want the blessing to be, I would say maybe much more rewarding, I guess, if that's the word you want to use, you have to put in that action. You have to tend to, that thing that you love. But the ball is still rolling. The Chariot is still going. Let me just say that, right? It's still going. It's still forward movement. Because I think in this situation here, the reason as to why the Chariot is still movement, albeit maybe slowly, maybe slower than you would want it to. But the reason why it's still going, because you probably have an imbalance of that impulse thing that you like to do and that activity that you actually have a passion for. But it could be a 90-10 thing where 90% of the time you're, in lack of better wording, slacking off. You're not doing the thing that you should be doing or want to do. But there is a 10%. There's still that 10%. So it's not 100% slacking off, but there's a 10%. But nonetheless, that's a huge gap between the time you're spending doing something that you love doing, you like doing, but it's not necessarily a passion of yours. Whereas this 10% is something you're passionate about and you're doing it. It's better than zero, but it's clearly imbalanced as far as time and energy as that 90% activity. The reason why I say all of this, as I was saying at the beginning, is because of this card, the Ace of Cups in reverse. And I feel like I have to say this every time this card shows up. This card usually shows up when we meet you, me, anybody, whoever this reading is for, however it resonates. This card usually shows up when we don't necessarily feel like we're good enough to do the thing that we're passionate about. And again, I'm gonna use writing for example. You use whatever. If I was somebody that spent more time doing these tarot videos or just doing everything else outside of writing, I can tell myself, well, I just don't have the time. And in all honesty, it's not that I don't have the time, because I do have the time. If I have the time to record tarot videos, edit them, upload them, do a podcast, exercise, cook, clean, do the other work that I have to do outside of the job that pays my bills. If I have time to do all that, I have time to write. But in instances where I was slacking in the area where I most love, where I had the most passion for, it's because I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't appreciate myself enough, and I didn't feel as though I was being appreciated enough. So it was like, why do this? It was a situation where it's like, not that you're giving up, or not that I was going to give up, and I get the same energy with you. It's not that you're giving up on this passion, but you may think that you're not good enough, maybe because you don't have many eyes on you. This could be a situation where you might be a content creator yourself. You might be a tarot reader yourself. Listen, I know how it is to have hundreds of, or over 100 subscribers and 2 views. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is to get low views. But the passion for what I do here, same with the podcast, the Earnest Thoughts Tarotcast. I know how it is where you're doing the podcast on a weekly or almost weekly basis, and you're not getting as many views as you want to. I know how it is as a writer. If I do a blog post and I put it out and it's not getting as the traction that I want. I know how it is as a published author to put out a book and not get as many sales that I want. You start to, get discouraged. You start to think that you're not good enough. You start to, question all these things, and you will, to distract yourself from having these thoughts and these feelings and emotions, you will then distract yourself in a way by doing other things that you may enjoy. Going out for walks, again, going to the movies if that's your thing, going out to eat, video games, whatever the case is, right? You start to do these things. Whereas, again, these things can bring you joy. These things can keep your mind off of, negative things, but negative mindsets. But ultimately, you have to understand that your love for whatever that activity is, your passion for it, has to outweigh, if you want to continue with it, it has to outweigh the outcome of whatever the case is. The outcome of your art, your end product or whatever, right? I would have been giving up on doing these videos if, by subscriber 50, I wasn't, getting at least 50 views per video. But that's clearly not the case. You know what I'm saying? So, ultimately, from what I'm seeing here is, like I was saying at the very beginning, if you want to know what is next, because they're like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what's next, I think what the universe wants you to do, I think the universe doesn't want to give you the answers. Or simply they're telling you to trust yourself enough to create what is next. You know, have a balance of living how you're living now, enjoying yourself, but also putting in that time and effort in this passion of yours, whatever that Ace of Cups is symbolic of. So that's what I have for the tarot. We're getting into the oracle at this moment in time, but before I choose a card, I would like to remind you to please hit that like. Already got a card? All right. Please hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're not. Greatly appreciated. Email me if you want that personal read, of course. Your card today is Choose Wisely. I feel as though this, out of all the oracle cards I've had, showed up a lot. The most, I should just say. But Choose Wisely is your card. Decisions shape your path amid challenges. Stay open to learning as answers reveal your destined journey. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty fitting for your reading as well. You know, we start off again with the Moon card, very much unknown energy. And I think you are, I'm not saying ignore everything I said, but I do believe a part of your situation right now is meant for you to kind of be in this state of confusion, this state of not knowing, and a state of waiting, per se. I read this now in its full picture, and I'm saying, and again, you take that way. If you want to take the message I said before, go right ahead. But again, I'm seeing that temperance here. And it is in reverse, but in upright, if you reverse the energy, what I'm seeing is the universe pretty much saying, like, don't sit on your butt, but don't, like, the answers will come to you. The answers will come to you. You know, but don't expect anything like right instantly now. You know, just maybe, I'm not saying this is for all Pisces. This could be specific. This could be for all. But it just seems as though right now, don't know if it's for the entire month of May. You see however it fits. But it just seems right now, answer seeking. If you want to answer seek, sit down, shut up, and let the answers come to you. And I mean that respectfully when I say sit down and shut up. What I should rephrase it as sit down, be still, and allow the universe to come to you with said answers. And again, you can still keep moving, as the Chariot says. You can still keep moving, but if you're going to move, again, if you're going to do activities, do it for the love of it. As the Ace of Cups, when it's in its righteous energy, upright energy, not reverse, but upright, when it's like this, you're doing something because you love it. So it's like the universe is saying, yeah, do the things that you love, but do it because it brings you love and joy. Don't look for it for any type of reward right now. I'm not saying don't do it ever. But right now, it just seems as though don't create that content because you're looking to be to have 1 million views by the end of the year, or X amount of views on the videos, or subscribers, or whatever the case is. Right? Don't do that thing because you're looking for some type of some monetary flex or whatever. Right? Do it because you simply just love it. And as you continue doing so, from what this reading is stating, answers will then come to you when you're simply just focusing a lot of your energy on just doing because you love, not doing because of a desire for some type of, again, like some type of monetary success, even. Whether that be being able to monetize your hobby, your love, your whatever. and making money from it, or for you to be able to say I got X amount of subs and views or whatever, right? Do it because you love it. I can't put a timeline on it. I'm not going to, but it seems as though soon, like, you just stay in that energy, and at some point in time, the answers will come to you. So that's what I have for you today, Pisces. If you got anything of value from this video, please hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you'd like that personal read, you are able to book that with me by sending me an email. Once again, you can find my email in the description box below. I would not reach out to you, you reach out to me. So if anyone is reaching out to you claiming to be me, it is not me, it is a scammer. All right. I want to thank you for trusting me for being your intuitive reader for today, or at least one of your intuitive readers for today. Like, comment, share, and subscribe once again. And until next time, until next video, y'all be well out there. Peace.